crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadtour.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. I'm going to have to move to chaga decaf tea very soon because the new reboot is starting. The ladies over at Litecoin Lisa's channel, the Mighty Sirens, Carly, Amy, Lisa. I don't know where Paige was. She's usually there. We're going to start the reboot. Those of you who have been on the road to Ryder for a long time know what it is. Let me give you a kind of a background. Went through a spiritual year-long training with this guy, Christoph Melchizedek. Great guy. And his program, you start off with a full body cleanse. You can't expect yourself to feel good unless your body is in good shape. So what it is 3 weeks. Can you take 3 weeks of your life, set it aside, and say, okay, I'm just going to eat the food that God made. That's it. I'm just going to eat the food God made. Basically, it's raw. 3 weeks of raw. Week one is raw. You can have salads. You can have nuts and fruits and even sashimi and tartare if you want. It's just got to be raw. Second week is you take the same stuff and you throw it in a blender. So it's a week of smoothies. And what it does is it helps you digest your food already. It's going in pre-digested, and then it's working its way through your insides. And then the third week is just raw juice. So it's not, sugary juice for the most part. I love the fruit juice, and it works for me. But also, you can blend in all kinds of juices. And so it's 3 weeks of raw. It's guided. Amy put together a few years ago. After we did it with Christoph, she did a whole bunch of research, added some things, subtracted some things. There's no drinking, there's no smoking, there's no caffeine. I mean, there's no drinking alcohol. You can drink lots. You'll drink lots of water and lots of juices. But it's an amazing thing. And, some people use it for weight loss. I see that as a side benefit. Clarity of mind is the biggest thing. And it's like hitting a reset button for your body to go back 10, 15 years. It's an amazing thing. And a lot of people did it on the road to Ryder. I think we had over 100 people do it. And it's free. It's absolutely free. And now's the time we got to get our bodies ready for this crazy transition. So go check that out at Litecoin Lisa's channel. Or you can go right to the source. Amy Weir, my wife, has a website called raw21reboot.com. Raw21, the number 21, and then reboot.com. And it's awesome because it shows you what the program is. It explains why it's good. It helps you week to week. Thousands of recipes. You probably didn't even know you could eat like spaghetti on this. You can eat raw spaghetti. No, it's not pasta noodles. I think, let's see. Let's take a look at some of the, she has week one, recipes for week one. And you look at this food and it's like amazing stuff. Here's zucchini ribbons with raw tomato. There's your pasta. It's zucchini ribbons. Raw broccoli pesto. Raw rainbow wraps. Amy made that once. I was like, wow, these are awesome. No, they're not tortillas. I think they're made from dried nuts and fruits. The wraps are. Not cooked, because cooked you take out all the enzymes, but in a dryer you can do that because it doesn't kill off the enzymes and all the good things you want. You got a zucchini lasagna, tabbouleh, dips and chips, different kinds of chips. But yeah, it's an amazing thing. And then week two, and these are just suggestions. I mean, there's so many things you can eat that are raw. I was shocked, truthfully. And we got all the recipes. For example, you want some, let's say you want gazpacho for lunch. You go to the gazpacho recipe, and it's all right there. And it's all raw, meaning it's never been cooked above a certain degree. So it's all the real thing that God intended for you to have when he stuck us down here. And then week three is the juicing. Most people think, oh my God, the juicing's so hard. Truthfully, it's not. By then, your body has adjusted. If you can make it past the smoothie week. You have your raw food. Most people make it past that. It's just really eating healthy. And then you got your smoothie week. Some people peter out there. But if you make it past that, raw juices, it's weird because if you think about it, where are all the nutrients? Where are all the vitamins? It's in the juice. It's in the juice. So we're just taking out the whole digestive process, and then you have a whole week of juicing. And then there's no limits on what you can eat or drink as far as quantity. So it's pretty cool. Go check it out. We are starting on Sunday night. Now, some people are starting on Saturday night because in 3 weeks, when this is over, the Super Bowl, it's Super Bowl Sunday. But, that's the thing. It's like, do you want to go 3 weeks and get into an amazing shape for Super Bowl Sunday as if you feel like you can go out there and play and then party your ass off on Super Bowl Sunday? Some people do. So, yeah, you can start on Saturday night. It's self-directed. But this gang is starting on Sunday night, probably so they can show off their fabulous new bods at the Super Bowl Sunday game, the football game. So join us. Go to the Litecoin Lisa channel. They're going to do, I think, once a week or maybe even twice a week. Definitely once a week. But there's chat rooms you can get in where there's a Telegram support group, all these things with a whole bunch of Road to Ruder people. I would love it if a ton of Road to Ruder people did this again. Again, last time we did it, we had 100 people. That was a couple years ago. So, yeah. So go check it out. Go to Raw 21 Reboot right there. You can contact Amy and put your name on the mailing list. That's the old one, is March 1st. I'm going to get her to correct that. It is January 22nd. January 22nd at midnight, Sunday at midnight, this starts. So starting, you wake up Monday morning, you're going to have anything raw you want. You can have fruit, you can have nuts. There's a whole bunch of different raw breakfasts you have. So go check that out. Raw 21 Reboot. Raw 21 the number, and then reboot.com. It is all free, 100% free. Amy loves doing this stuff, loves seeing people get healthy, really wants me to get healthy. So you're going to see me shrink like this. Doo! I got my new tooth. Actually, I got a fake one in. The real one's coming in, but they gotta mold it. And I figured, had the veneers, screw the veneers. I'm done with the veneers. They keep popping off. I'm just going to get a cap on it. So there you go. That's what's going on with my body. Literally, by the end of 3 weeks, I'm going to look like a different guy. I'll look like all sucked in and strong, and my eyes will be bigger. Amy goes, yeah, every time he eats and drinks too much, his eyes shrink. Because I don't want to look at myself in the mirror, probably. So I'm looking forward to it. And I would love if you guys wanted to join along. Very simple. Go to, first, check out the video because the girls talk about it. Go to Litecoin Lisa's channel. It was just the other day. It's Raw Food Reboot, Amy Weir, and the Mighty Sirens. That's what they call their girls group. That they have chats every Monday. It's really cool. Go check it out. Anyway, or just go sign up on the contact page. Hit subscribe. Put your name and your email address, and yeah, you'll get the guidance of my lovely wife. Not personal guidance. There's too many people, but the Telegram. A lot of people. Telegram chat room. A lot of people get on that, and it helps them. Like, say 5 days into it, they go, "Oh my God, I'm tired of eating, salads and vegetables, and what else can I eat? Here's a lasagna recipe, stuff like that." They chat about that. I'm in there too sometimes, so go check it out. All right, happy birthday to Penny Kelly. Penny's birthday was yesterday. I'm not gonna divulge the number. But she looks great. She's doing well. She's fighting. She's in there fighting the fight. You got to love that. Anybody who has the power, the energy to fight the fight as you get older, bravo to you. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this Raw 21 Reboot. I want to be in tip-top shape by then. I might even do a podcast shirtless. maybe. Let's not go too far out on a limb here. But, hey, Penny, happy birthday. All the Road to Ruda fans love you to death. Jean-Claude and Julie had a discussion with Penny, Breaking the Clouds. Go check it out. Important stuff that we're learning. As far as silver, hey, silver's rigged. Yeah, again, they can put the price at -40. They can put the price at $1 million. I did get a few subscribers email me recently saying that the entity that they bought their silver from has gone silent. They paid them the money. They're supposed to get it shipped in a couple weeks, and it's gone. They're trying to send emails and calls. Please, this is the time. As silver runs out, all these people who promise a lot of silver are not going to deliver. So make sure you go with someone reputable. My first recommendation is always your local dealer. You're going to have to make relationships with your local dealers. I've got a few where I live, and always have a few because you want to kind of figure out who you like and who's going to give you the best price and things like that. Because you're going to be selling your silver back to them to buy your Ferrari and stuff like that. But if you don't have a local guy that you trust, especially, I highly recommend Andy Scheckman. I've been working with Andy for 10 years, a very long time. Miles Franklin, the greatest online dealer of silver you can find. And I 100% vouch for that man. He is a wonderful guy, and he's going to help you out. So you can contact him. info at milesfranklin.com if you're looking for his latest price list. He likes to do things over the phone, and he taught his team how to do things over the phone, which is great. You can talk silver with him. But yeah, you need someone you trust right now. And speaking of people we don't trust, Ventress Gibson apparently didn't make any Silver Eagles yesterday again. This is like 6 days in a row that no Silver Eagles. Oh, maybe they're just not being sold. I don't know. But somebody's sitting on their ass at the U.S. Mint. Still only 3.5 million coins have been sold this year. Yes, they do. Right here, the top of bullion sales. Sales totals by month are updated every weekday by 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's hold them to this. No more skirting out the back with just nobody's holding them to account. The U.S. Mint is required by law to make Silver Eagles in quantities sufficient to meet demand. And we give them a break on so many other things. For example, for Silver Eagles, they have a gigantic short position. The U.S. Mint has a 17 million ounce short position on silver. WTF, my friends. All right, so you want to hedge your inventory, but last year you didn't even sell 17 million ounces. Why do you have a 17 million ounce short position on silver? I mean, this is our government working against us, against we the people, and a government institution, the U.S. Mint, that their one purpose is to supply coins to the people of the United States of America, and she can't do it. Ventress Gibson, ever since she got in, the quantities have dropped by a third, and yet she still claims that has increased the supply of Silver Eagles. Come clean, Ventress. What the hell are you talking about? So another day with only 3.4 million. We'll round up. We'll give them 1,000 round up to 3.5 million Silver Eagles sold. Every day, it says right here, are updated every weekday by 5 p.m. Come on, Ventress. I'm going to give him a call today. Again, hey, there's a lot of numbers you can call at the U.S. Mint. So make sure you call all of them and say, what the hell are you people doing? You're the embarrassment of the world right now. Get your shit together. Bring back, what was his name? I forgot his name. The old Mint director. He was a great guy, a true patriot. Now I gotta look it up. Yes, man. I'll probably get it before I get it. But set it up. I don't want Ventress. There he is. David Ryder. There you go. David Ryder was the man. He's the guy getting the Silver Eagles ready to put a little identifier, the notch on the bottom of the coins. It's a grand secret because they're not telling anybody, but if you look at what they're doing, it's obvious. The U.S. Mint is creating gold and silver coinage because they know that's the only thing left when the Federal Reserve fails. That's the only thing left. I mean, a lot of people I know are even saving their regular coins. Why? Because that's the money of the United States. It's made by the mint, not the Federal Reserve System, which is no part of the United States of America. If anything, the Federal Reserve System is against the United States. And I know there are people within the Federal Reserve that are trying to take down the Federal Reserve System. That's what the whole Road to Ruta theory is all about. That's those original documents. Go back to a gold and silver standard. This was published by the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, people within the Fed. Within the Fed, Stephen Duveau within the Fed, running the computers to rig the markets, ultimately get us back to a gold and silver standard. It's really exciting, but you wouldn't know it by looking at what the mint is doing. So, yes, we need David Ryder back. Ventris, yesterday I said maybe I should be the director of the mint. And I would keep Ventris on as the head of HR, which she should be. She's got like 30 years of HR experience in big corporation, or not, big levels of government. Ventris Gibson should be the head of HR. But who do you bring in when you're mothballing the entire facility? You bring an HR professional to keep everybody happy. But I don't like it that she brags about how great the U.S. Mint is and how many Silver Eagles they're making, because they made a third of what they could make last year for no reason. No reason. Anyway, yes, our federal government is falling apart. An interesting thing you can keep an eye on, what Ruta, in the Road to Ruta documents, the original ones from 1981, Ruta wrote in the sand an economic formula called On the Road to the Golden Age. In that formula, she says, print money to infinity. That's the formula that says, hey, you want to go back to a gold standard after you go off it, print as much money as you can, soak up all the benefits, print money to infinity, and then crash the system. That is exactly what we're doing. And even the Fed is even showing people that we're doing that. Look at the reverse repo operations. Almost $2.2 trillion in reverse repos. That's the criminal banksters parking their cash and getting massive amounts of interest from the Fed in their own game. Why are they doing this? Probably to bail themselves out when everything starts falling apart. But if they didn't do this, the system would fall apart. If they didn't give, right here, $3.2 trillion in tri-party repos, the system would not be up and running right now. All of these are bailouts. If the Fed didn't bail out up to what their balance sheet is at $8 trillion. If the Fed didn't buy all this bullshit junk treasury notes and treasury bills and floating rate notes, they just make this shit up. Treasury inflation protected securities tips. The Fed's paying so much in interest now. Federal debts or agency mortgage-backed securities. This is all the shit that was packaged up from 2008 and it's still there because now half of them are fake. Even U.S. Treasury bills are being rehypothecated. As in, you got one serial number of a bill released, and then you got the exact same serial number rehypothecated as collateral in loans all over the place. It is insane. It is insane. It is insane. But this is what they're talking about, what Ruta was talking about when she writes print money to infinity. That's where we are. And now we're getting to the good stuff. Now, finally, we're going to hit this debt ceiling thing. I don't think the Democrats are willing to move an inch. They want to blame Biden forever. They want Biden out, probably before the election. It should be obvious to everybody. They're calling Biden out on everything he does. Why don't you call him out on the real stuff? Yeah, we know what that is. I mean, it's not a single guy either. He's part of this deep state matrix, which is half the probably 3/4, maybe 90% of the Democrats, probably 50% of the Republicans are part of that too. This is the controllers that control our lives. We need to get them all the hell out of here. Cryptos are doing pretty well. Veritasium was under $30, so I got some, and I'll probably do a Veritasium giveaway on Road to Ruta, because they're like lottery tickets. Truthfully, that's the way I see them. It's going to take a while. Actually, they're not lottery tickets. I'm going to take that back. I've been calling them lottery tickets because it's not likely that the U.S. will adopt Veritasium as the means to control these criminal trades, because then the criminality would be gone. But if it does happen, it's like winning the lottery. And Cliff High's prediction of Veritasium and Bitcoin crossing will come true. So you're going to want one in your portfolio, at least one Veritasium token. And they're really hard to get. So, I'll get more on that in the next couple of days. Probably be giving away one Veritasium with every subscription very soon. We'll see. But again, they can set the price of Veritasium to minus $40. They can set the price of Bitcoin to minus $40. All these exchanges are fake. These are fake exchanges running fake trades. It's all bullshit. So just keep that in mind. If you're new to cryptos, catch up. You can go on YouTube. YouTube is the encyclopedia of cryptos. You can find out anything and everything. Always double check, triple check if you're moving coins. Never keep coins anywhere but your own possession, just like silver. Never anywhere but your own possession, or very close to your house, so that if the shit falls apart, you can run over there and get your wealth and protect it with a lot of guns. It is a crazy world we're living in. People are learning that the FTX debacle is still going on. So the lawyers that Sam Bankman-Fried hired are the same lawyers that were hired by the Epsteins, same deep state lawyers from the Clintons, and that probably be the Bidens. This is the deep state. This is the deep state being exposed. Absolutely, Sam Bankman-Fried was in on the pedal cabal and the crypto pedal cabal and the Epstein pedal cabal, all that shit. He is knee deep in it. His family is knee deep in it. Great to see the takedown, but this is so much more than this little joker. This guy was just a front man. It gets to the Tether situation. I don't want cryptos to go up before Tether's taken care of and the people behind Tether are taken care of and removed. That will be the ultimate crash, probably, and I don't think you'll be able to buy any cryptos when that happens. I think all the exchanges will shut down. Obviously, if the banks shut down, the cryptos are going to shut down, because you won't even know the price of Bitcoin. Or have your Theta ready for the future. Theta's the future, silver's the present. You want to get rich in the present, you hang on to as much silver as you can. You want to get rich in the future, get as much Theta as you can. And if the SEC gains massive control and starts cracking down on cryptos, I would say get as much Veritasium as you can, because Veritasium solves the SEC's biggest problem, which is market manipulation. It should be the biggest problem for the SEC, but since they're in on the game, it's their biggest control mechanism. Yes, they allowed the DeFi to get established. They allowed FTX to grow just so they can get all the weak hands in and slam them down, and then let the bankers take the good cryptos as they falls apart. All part of the plan. We've seen it so many times in cryptos. Mt. Gox in the very beginning, that was 100% probably the Exchange Stabilization Fund buying cryptos and then pulling it out. And they just didn't have the Bitcoin. It was just Bitcoin back then. And then definitely the U.S. government was involved with the Mt. Gox trustee and the Japanese government and all the governments in selling massive amounts of Bitcoin. The second crash in 2017, they let it run up again, 2017, and then they crashed it with all the Mt. Gox Bitcoin that they sold. Amazing, incredible fraud that was perpetrated on the shareholder, the coin holders in the Mt. Gox trustee. They sold the shit out of it to get the price as low as possible, basically selling the claimants Bitcoin in the Mt. Gox bankruptcy. So this is the trustee who was told by the U.S. government and all the governments around the world, this is what you're going to do. And then this is the latest, is the build DeFi, and then they crash the system again. We've been through it over and over again. There'll be more. They'll probably run it up again now for a while, and then they'll pull the criminals down at Tether and things like that. I don't know. So that's why you got to just sit on it, because it is the future. The future is cryptos. And my number one pick is a software company called Theta. You could download it all tomorrow. They could change the game for any Theta holder tomorrow if Samsung says, we're kind of sketchy. We're not our TVs are not being able to get all the signals because of the massive problem with broadband. We're going to download the Theta Edge node and share broadband in local communities automatically, and you'll earn Theta fuel. You won't even have to think about it. So keep an eye out for that. Right now, they're waiting on SEC regulation, I think. But they wanted to do it organically. At some point, we might find out that the organic method of getting this massive adoption of Theta might not be that easy. And it might be, I mean, it's pretty good now, but it might be that Samsung and Sony and Apple and IBM and everybody who makes hardware for TVs, for car manufacturing, Elon Musk could download a Theta Edge node onto every Tesla and have them run a Theta Edge node on every Tesla. It probably wouldn't even blink an eye. It'll just keep showing up. Hey, you have 2 T fuel. You earned 0.6 T fuel today. You earned this today. And people say, what's this? All the while, Teslas would be tough because it's got to be continually up and running. But Teslas really never shut off unless they run out of juice altogether. It can be done. Everything can be done. Anyway, so yeah, that's where we are. RoadToRuder.com. Great stuff with Jenny lately. Go check out the discussion with my friend Bitcoin Ben, Snippy, and myself talking about our take on how this is all going to go down. It's really interesting. I think I'm the closest so far. I'm going to really listen to it. I think I'm the closest so far. But definitely things are happening. The good guys want the system to crash. The bad guys want the system to crash. It's just when. When are we going to pull the red button? Push the red button. It could start in earnest on Thursday, which is the debt ceiling debacle. And everybody knows, oh yeah, we do use extraordinary measures. We do this. It always works out. It always works out till it doesn't, is what I have to say. But that could be one of the methods to get the system falling apart. I don't think between now and the next election, if there is an election, remember, nothing's been done. Nobody's talking about fixing the election process. It's not even on anybody's books, even though we know every election is completely rigged. Nobody's talking about how to fix it. So I wouldn't count on a new election come in 2 years and say, oh yeah, we got, Republicans got it and everything's fixed. Nothing's fixed. It's going to take a lot more than that. It's going to take a destruction of the monetary system. Take down the derivative complex. $3 quadrillion. $3 quadrillion. I'm rounding up because I think it hit 2.5. I'm at $3 quadrillion. Does it really matter if it's 1 quadrillion or 0.1 quadrillion, which is 100 trillion? No. The system would go, everybody would lose everything that they don't have their hands on. So good luck out there. Check out, you can subscribe today. Right now we're still giving away the Ruda Lives coin. After silver hits 30, we're gonna change that. So if you want to get one now. This is Bix. I'll talk to you guys later.